Two. Good evening. Okay. So the other day we were able to go through some of the concepts in academic writing, and today we're going to look at how we can write essays. So with the extract, I think we've already done something with regards to extract, how to draw an extract, or um, how to write an outline. Yes, that is it. So I've already given you the format. All I will need to do is to just give you an essay for us to do the practical aspect, but with the theoretical aspect of that's a outline. We've already gone through that. And in the exams, you're going to have, they'll be giving you essay, okay? They'll give you essay, they'll give you outline, they'll also give you proofreading, give you a passage with numerous of mistakes, which you are to identify the various punctuation marks that you have to use. So if it is apostrophe that you have to use, comma, and all those stuff, they are the editing and proofreading. And I think that section is section 7, and then section 7 to 9. And then the last one is referencing. So these are the four areas that they will be testing you on. So it is crucial or very important to know what you'll be doing. And that is what we are here. So please, those of you here, you can join us. You can join us as we try as much as possible to digest these issues so we can all go home with something today. Um, so the focus is going to be on section 4 and 5. Um, with section 4, it has to do with how we can write introduction. I don't think we've done that already. We've not done that. And let me say this. Mostly as said, there's a proverb in Chi said, "Adene ebenwa." You never follow it, okay, until you lose it. If I tell you, like most of your colleagues that are not even in your setup, but in different setup, okay, they even just want just 2 minutes of our time. They are not having. So whatever we are doing here, it's not because we want to do or it is a responsibility that no matter what, also then we be. But like I said, this semester, it's not going to be like last semester. last semester we assumed that you are new in the system and you don't know how the system really works. But now that you've come to know how the system works, and if you still stay and wait for last minute food, then it's going to be a problem. But even there's a saying that also what you want. If you're ready to be helped or you need an assistance, that one we can come in. But if you say you don't need an assistance, how do we help you? We cannot help you. So that is the point. And at this level, these basic things, one tier level 200, this is where you're going to do the difficult ones. And today, most of your colleagues in the main campus were calling me plenty or concerning these things. You get it? So it is good that you understand, and the little opportunity we have, we embrace it. Well, like I said, nobody, the whole thing is that you are to go study. The lecturer's responsibility is to teach you to understand it, but it's not their responsibility to tell you how to write your exams. You get it? They have done their best. See, at the end of the day, they expect that whatever that they've been able to teach you, you apply it. That's why they test you. That's not the responsibility of the lecturers to teach you how to write exams. No, it is your own responsibility. So that is why some of us have devoted ourselves by trying to help you to understand some of the things that they've already taught you, take you through the practical aspects so that if you get something concerning that, you should be able to do it. So without really wasting my time, we are going to look at how we can write an introduction. What we did, what we did last week was with regards to how we can develop a paragraph, and that is all about the body. So now we are going to look at how we can write an introduction, and that is very, very crucial because if you don't know how to write introduction, it takes a till mark. So like I say, a better whatever, a better mark. So if you know how you can write, like I say, an introduction, it's going to be the best option for you. All right. So let's do something at the moment. Okay. So when we talk of introduction, when we talk of introduction, introduction has a purpose. It's not, we don't just end up writing any introduction. There's a purpose for writing an introduction, and you should know. One of the purposes for writing introduction is to capture the attention of the readers. If you write a very good introduction, if you write a captivating introduction, if you write a compelling introduction, whosoever reads your essay knows that this person knows what he or she is doing. So without even reading the full essay, I know that person A is very intelligent, and I said the person is really organized. Like when in their oil, they don't go and pick information from Yendi and pick information from Wale Wale and also pick cassava from let's say like Burkina Faso, try to put them together. It doesn't work that way. It is not for kobo. It is everything has to do with what? Unity. How you all move. If we say we are going to we need, let's say, people that can speak English. You don't come and mix it with your broken English. People that purely speak English, we take them, we move together. If we say we want red, or everybody should bring wear color red, we expect everybody that comes to that event, to wear something red. You get it? So if you mix it with even blue color, the idea or whatever that you are trying to write about is not really what the best idea. So now, like I said, introduction has so many purposes, and some of the purposes are what I'm currently discussing with you to capture the attention of the reader and also to communicate the idea of the writer, whatever the person is about to write. If you pay attention to whatever you read the introduction very well, you'll be able to know what the person wants to write about. So you don't really need to, I can say, you don't really need to read the full essay before you should be able to understand what the person wants to write. Every good essay must be able to contain the key information, and that is where you develop a thesis statement. And the thesis statement contains the topic sentences or the developmental paragraphs. So if you say you're going to write about the effect of corruption in Ghana, eh, already that becomes your thesis statement, because the essay is fully going to talk about the effects of corruption in Ghana. So it becomes your thesis statement. So the points you develop should be topic sentences that talks about the effect of corruption in Ghana. So this is where I say I can say that corruption leads to what? It can lead to coup d'etat, because when there's corrupt issues in the system, the military men always come with the notion that they want to clear the mess. Eh? So they come into the system, take over, cease fire, or not taking over the system. So corruption, one of the effects, and I said it leads to this corruption and can't say coup d'etat or civil war. You get it? Then you go ahead and list one of the points that okay. There's also what it's also what the money that you have to use that are meant for development. These monies end up what? The others end up what? Putting these monies in their pocket, and at the end of the day, they end up creating hardship in the system. You get it? So at the end of the day, everything you are talking about is coming from your thesis statement. Do you get it? So, like I said, introduction should be able to contain all the information you are writing about. So this is how, now you knowing the importance of introduction, let's look at how we can write introduction. That how we can develop or write an introduction. You can write introduction in so many ways. Please, gentlemen, can you join us here? Or you're afraid of the ladies? Yeah, so please join us there. So we can. So at the end of the day, if you say you're going to, if you say, okay, I'm talking about the introduction, right? So how this the introduction has two parts. So if you have pen, you can put those things together. Introduction has two parts. So they are thesis, background and thesis statement. They are background and thesis statement. Please, those online, kindly share the link for us, and if you chance on this video, share the link for us. I'm going to teach you how you can write an essay, not the way you used to write essay in SHS, but how you can write a pure academic essay. And in writing an academic essay, I won't read your essay just by looking for jargons. I don't look for jargons when I'm reading your essay. I look for some of the key concepts that you're using. You are ensuring there's unity in your paragraph, you're ensuring there's completeness, you're ensuring there's coherence in your paragraph. Aside that, I want to see that the ideas that you are developing, okay, are following the proper format that we've laid down. So I think it's not just about writing better English, writing what good English. So it's about how you organize it. Okay, and so that is how academic writing is. Yes, writing good English is one of the characteristics, but the most important thing is to follow the due processes. If you follow the due processes, it is the best way. You may have the idea, but if you don't know how to write it, you always will end up having or facing what we call the writer's block. Okay, so you need to follow that. So now let's fast forward. Let's look at what a background is. Mostly when you're reading essays, you'll be there. The moment you start, you see it either starting with statistics. Okay, so you quote that Ghana Integrity Initiative. stated that Ghana loses to 3.1 billion to corruption every year. You get it? The person has started his introduction, but you ask yourself, how did he start it? And how did the person start with his introduction? It's not it's not just any thing. He just used one of the techniques, and it is what? It is what we call a quotation. Okay, so he quoted from Ghana Integrity Initiative. So in introduction, what I'm trying to, in writing introduction, what I'm trying to say is that you are to what, write about two things. That is the background and the thesis statement. So the thesis statement, the background can be in a form of statistics. So please, you can put them down. It can be in a form of statistics. It can be in a form of definition. It can be in a form of analysis. It can be in a form of anecdote. That is a story, or probably when you talk of anecdote, I will explain that one to you later. It is all about a background about someone's story, okay? A short story about what? Someone, okay? That is all that we are talking about. But it can also be in a form of what? Example, okay? So all these things are various ways we can write what a background. So when you are given an essay, the first thing you should think about is the background. How do I write my background? The background is this is where you choose some of these strategies that I've already given to you. Am I going to use quotation? Am I going to use statistics? Am I going to use analysis? Am I going to use examples? Am I going to use anecdote? Which of them am I going to use? So now, most often, you have to look at the topic that you've been given and see if you use and see the kind of strategy that will fit in. And you've been given a topic to write. Let's say they say you should write about corruption. And in corruption, if you say you are going to give an anecdote, something about someone's story, you think it may be boring or something. And if you say you are going to also use an example, that one will be boring. Okay, so in this case, you realize that you using quotation or statistics is going to be the best. So now you go to the internet and you look for information that talks about corruption. Okay, so there are so many researches in the internet that talks about corruption. It could be either the challenges of what, the consequences of corruption, and they may state some figures that Ghana loses some reasonable amount of money to corruption every year. You realize that this information, when I bring it in my introduction, it will make it very nice. You get it? Because you are going to talk about the effect of corruption. And already there is an information out there saying that Ghana loses what? This amount of money to corruption. So you see, the moment the person reads that Ghana loses 3.1 million to corruption every year, or 3.1 billion to corruption every year. Now, whosoever the person is, and if you're a reasonable citizen, you'll be tempted to read further because that background the person gave, 3.1 billion. It's a kapow. Let me look at how we've been losing this money to what corruption every year. You may not be interested in reading, but because of the background alone, it has what given you some form of energy to go and read. So you see the importance of giving backgrounds, okay? A very important or nice background in your statement. I can decide to go with a short story, maybe my personal experience. That's where I use the anecdote. So with my short life experience, I want to become, let's say, like a doctor. And before I decided to become a doctor, something really triggered. Something happened in my childhood. It could be that during my childhood, I lost my junior brother to maybe of this pandemic, I lost him to some kind of what infection or probably some disease, or I lost my family through what this kind of what diseases that we couldn't cure. So you realize that okay, then if we couldn't even get people to treat my brother or my mother or my family members well, then why don't I become a nurse? So I provide solution to the needs of the people. So here, if you are writing about why you want to become a doctor or nurse, this is where now you begin to use your personal life experience. So you can go by saying that during my childhood, I lost my sister to malaria. Okay, malaria attack or malaria infection. And these reasons triggered, or these reasons fueled my interest to become a doctor in future. Now, that's those lines that I've already stated. And if you are somebody that really care about human being, okay, you know human beings there, your feelings, and normally you realize somebody is struggling, okay, it make someone's story can touch you. Sometimes you read someone's story and it touches you. So realizing that, hey, who you see Wabusia 4 to malaria, hey, then it is serious power. Let me go read further and check why that thing happened. Do you get the point? So the introduction alone has played an important role. So it has directed some kind of traffic to your essay. Now everybody wants to read your essay and know what happened. Why do you think people were buying this book of Yvonne Nelson, buying this book plenty? Because of what? How she stated with some her past experience, she incorporated that thing in her essay or in the book. So people read it and was like, hey, then this lady struggle, and people don't want to see some of these things happen in the society. Hey, people really took advantage of the girl. Let me read the story so I can also teach my children one day. So you read, and then it will help. So too, because of that short story, it has what triggered you or gingered you to actually what read the full lesson. I can decide to also use quotation. Quotation. I can say that this is where maybe we are talking about. We are talking about women empowerment. Essay is about women empowerment. Then I look for a quotation that really resonates with the topic I'm going to talk about. So I then through my research, I realized that somebody said that if you educate a man, you educate what? Come again? If you educate a man, you educate an individual. But if you educate a woman, you educate what? A nation. Who said that? Who said that? Martin Luther, no? Eh? Okay, who said that? Search it right now. Who said that? Who made that statement? If you educate a man, you educate a what? If you educate, you have educated what an individual. But if you educate a woman, if you educate, I think say agree or whatever. You search and let's see. Agree. Come again. Graham. No. What do you have? Is it not Dr. Agri? You have Agri, right? Huh? Okay. That that is it. Okay, so you see, all that I'm trying to tell you is that that topic, no, you beginning your essay with that quotation alone will grab some form of attention or will direct attention to whatever that you're writing about. You get the point? So anytime you are giving an essay, look at, try to understand the topic very well. try to understand the topic very well. And when you understand the topic, now you try to what? You try to find a way, look for information that will fit in the essay that you are coming to write, and then go with it. So now I know you can all write a background. Is that not it? A background. So you look at the one that will be okay for you. And the most common way of writing background is definition. This is where they've asked you to write about the impact of corruption. Now, people, how maybe somebody doesn't really know about corruption, right? So I go ahead and explain the word corruption. It is also a background. So that's why you see mostly some of these essays, they begin, and then the person will now begin with a definition, trying to explain the concept. And that is the most common way of writing. So you see it everywhere. So if it is about what? About, let's say like about election, the person will first define election and then try to delve more into what the nature of election, the different types of election and other stuff before he or she will introduce his thesis statement. That is all about the background. Please, do we all get the background? Or are you finding it difficult to understand the background? Abigail, are you okay with the background? Okay. I should do a recap. Okay. Your Honor, I should do a recap. So in simple terms, I said that before you begin with an essay, you must begin with an introduction. And that introduction that you have to write, there is different ways you can write your introduction. Okay? But you first have to understand or know the structure for an introduction. The structure, we have two structures. Okay, when you're writing an introduction, there are two structures that you should follow in writing your introduction. So the background and the thesis statement. That makes up what the component of what an introduction. Okay, that when you put them together, they make up what an introduction. That is how the whole thing is. So now, the background. How do we understand the background? With the background, it gives you some kind of either analysis, explanation, example of the essay that you are coming to write about. That is the function of the background. So in the background, you can write it in different ways. You can choose to go with what? You can choose to go with a quotation. You can choose to go with what? A definition, which I already explained to you. Okay, the topic is about ways we can prevent teenage pregnancy. So this is where now the person begins by saying that teenage pregnancy refers to a situation whereby an individual abstain. I'm explaining what teenage pregnancy, or I was rather trying to explain chastity or whatever. Okay, so teenage pregnancy, I begin by saying that teenage pregnancy refers to a situation whereby a young person within the age of let's say like 9 to 15 years or 9 to 19 years gets pregnant. Okay, after explaining that, it doesn't really make it complete. You cannot go and now public analyze the consequences that these people go through. It is what? It is not good because it doesn't really help the child to what? Realize his or her full potentials. Perhaps assuming I want to become a nurse, I get pregnant whilst I'm at the age of what? Age of 15. Okay, at age 15, you get pregnant. It will be very difficult for you to realize your full potential. You can't pursue your career. Do you get it? So I'll try to talk more about maybe the impact, the consequences, or the various things that really would make teenage pregnancy, negative in the society. So I talk about that. It is a definition, but after explaining it, I want to give some little analysis on teenage pregnancy alone. You get it? That is all about the definition. It's about quotation. You look for someone's work or a statement that someone really made, or a statement that you really know that when you bring it, it will make the essay so nice. Then you go and talk about it to maybe it's about determination. So you talk about Albert Einstein's quotation, the popular quotation that he said he before he was able to invent light bulb, he tried 9,000 times. And the fact that he tried 1,000 times and it didn't work, it doesn't mean that he has failed. But what? It means that he tried those ways that wasn't what really what successful. The measures or that the strategies that he used, but that doesn't mean he has what he has failed. But just like he tried things that didn't really work, that didn't really become what successful. At the end of the day, he was able to make it after 1,000 times. You get it. So these things, what when you are trying to motivate somebody or encourage someone that no matter whatever he's going through in life, he can make it. And you start with this quotation. Nipa no say no na waware 7 times na waware ni nyina egu. Now they just imagine so will be a try so or invent bulb 1,000 times and then the panic catcher said even upon all this he didn't fail, but as he used ways that wasn't really successful. Do you get it? Or he said he tried 99 ways that didn't really work for him. So it gives you some kind of energy to pursue your career, and I said this, and no matter whatever you are going through. So giving that background makes it so nice. It is a quotation. If it is in the form of statistics, they are talking about the effect of corruption in Africa. Okay, you can say that you can look for a quotation that state that 80% of Ghanaian public servants involve themselves in corrupt acts. Maybe there's something like that, and you want to talk about corruption, how to actually eradicate corruption in Ghana, and you go outside and you see something like that. So with this quotation, now you can say that corruption has become very rampant in Ghana. According to Ghana Integrity Initiative report on 21st December 2017, it said that 99% of Ghanaian public servants involve themselves in corruption. It's a serious offense. So the person will follow it. The person even be thinking that president can't be to a person will really go say president can't be when you're not in attempt. And I say, Minister Bia, what to Obama na koko di esro no minister need be pay na when you're the account, you get it. So the person will be tempted to read further. So and I say you say something small about your life story. Not say started no. It just to be like 2, 3, 4 lines, summarizing the kind of pains or some kind of things, unusual thing that you went through that at the end of the day you were able to overcome it. Things like this, people pay attention to. If you write things like this, the unusual things that you've really done before, and probably you were able to go overcome it or not be bizarre. People really pay attention to some of these things. Then what they are back, it's in the form of what? An anecdote, your life experience. So when your background are we with the background clear, you get it now. Yes. So now that you've gotten your background, we are looking at the thesis statement. When you talk of yes, sir. Oh, background. The background there, especially if you are quoting. If you are quoting it verbatim, dito, you shouldn't quote more like Okoti Adeno Obi statement in Kwano quote like 10 lines. What do you really want to write about? So when you are quoting, at least when you are quoting someone's statement, if it is maximum 5 lines, it's okay. There are other ways. Today I was teaching the other students, city campus students, the regular. I was teaching them something about how they can shorten their quotation. When you're writing a quotation, let's say like I said, okay, Johnson Prince once said that University of Ghana is the best university in Africa. University of Ghana has Palm Library. It has a very nice stadium, and also has a population of 50,000 plus. It is a statement that I've made. But you want to, the most important thing that you are writing about is what? It's about how unique University of Ghana is. And you want to only see, you want to only quote the place that I said what? University of Ghana is a nice university. Okay. But there are other statements that follows after my first statement. There are about three different statements that follows. So here, if you only need the one that I say University of Ghana is the best university, or University of Ghana is one of the best university in the country or in Africa, that is what you need. So what do you know? Then you bring what? Ellipsis. So I have three dots. And also what kind? Oh yeah, yeah. When the person finishes, not or try not the dot back up, 1, 2, 3 means something continuous. So instead of me writing many times, I bring three dots. My quote you, but I didn't quote the person's full statement. It tells you that or can be virtual, so by no name who here. Uh-huh. What we can do at your level, in level 200, these things will be needed. But at your level, no, these things they don't really. All things they may apply some of the things in level 200 in teaching. You said they'll do and but these things are not really in your syllabus. But level 200, some of these things they expect it. But the focus is what? The focus is on how you can write well, applying the writing skills. So, like I said, it's not how good you know, like yes, when you open you know how to use jargon, but some of these things, how you quote, the way you use reporting verbs. When you're quoting somebody, how do you begin? And also, I started farming. Now, I trust I now. No, use proper reporting verb. Johnson praise, or I say praise, mostly when you're quoting someone, you use a person's surname. Don't use the first name. So you say praise. The year that I made that statement, you put it in bracket. Praise 2013 stated that University of Ghana is the best university in Africa. And why then? What quoting? So at the end of the day, So according to praise, it is what according to is a reporting verb. Which in agreement with what Johnson Praise said, it is also a reporting verb. You see that Johnson Praise reiterated that it is a reporting verb. So you see somebody has stated something and you are quoting the person. So how do you quote the person? You don't begin by quoting the person directly, but use some reporting verb. Johnson Praise argued that, then you know that the next statement should be what? The statement I made. Johnson Praise, I'm using the Johnson Praise because it is common, right? But mostly I say use the last name. So praise what? Praise postulated that. Praise stipulated that. These are all reporting verbs that you use in making your quotation so nice. Mostly, so when you are writing and you got the information from the internet, quote the person that made that statement. Azure, okay? Azure, according to Azure 2003, adult education refers to, according to Michael Jackson, dancing is a way of what? Showing whatever. Now, what the nipa no words na share bracket mu. Hey, what they share quotation mark mu. Whatever the person is stated no. So, but yeah, when I get to the end, I know that this is where the person's statement ends, and this is your own statement. But you don't put everything beyond there too. And when you are done, I don't know where the person's statement ended and also where your own continues. You get the point. So these are the proper ways that you can write introduction. Yes. Please share the link. Those online, share the link for me, right? Okay. You've been given what? Importance of girl child education. Okay. Please, if you can amplify your voice. Okay. Yeah. But if you educate a woman, a nation, yeah. When the moment the person's the statement, you see, you said according to Fifi, whatever, we are quoting whatever the person said. After mentioning the person's last name, the surname, the next thing that should follow is according to this, what the bracket, sorry, quotation mark, the open one or not the above. That is where you are starting with the person's statement. Then the moment you end with it, close it with a quotation mark. This is where after writing, now, mostly when you quote people, see that thing as your topic sentence. Mostly, because I'm not expecting you just to quoting a without really telling me what quoting it to quoting a day or statement anymore. So at least give some little analysis. Okay, so let's say like that we use Albert Einstein. Okay, so Albert Einstein's definition is what? Highlight what? Okay, Albert Einstein's definition highlight what? Determination and what? And hard working. It means that we shouldn't what, give up even when things are not going on well. Which is the person's statement that you made, you have made a comment on that. And it is the best way when you quote people, make comment on it. It's the Ghana Integrity Initiative has stated that Ghana loses 3.1 billion Ghana's dollars every year. That is the statement. It is in the internet. This one I'm quoting in clear. So this money is very so now I've quoted Ghana Integrity Initiative, their statement. After I'm done, see or have I ended? No, it doesn't end there. This is where now I go and say that this shows how what the country is being mismanaged, or probably I can go and say that this shows how corruption has been what. I'm trying to give a comment. How said the corruption here, how the kind of what impact that corruption has had on the nation. You get it? So even after giving this little statement after that, whosoever reasoning knows that yes, you've made a very nice statement. Okay, so the person will be cool to go with whatever that you have already stated. So that is it. Um. So when you are quoting, okay. So when you are quoting, it is very very important. You know the reporting verbs or reporting words that you use, and this will help you in writing better. Now we are done with that. Let's go to thesis statement. How do we write a thesis statement? Thesis statement always after you giving your quotation like the Ghana Integrity Initiative statement I gave to you, writing and giving some analysis on that. Now you go and talk about your thesis statement. So what is a thesis statement? The thesis statement announces the central idea of what? Of an essay. It announces a central idea of an essay. This is most of these things, you can't, when it's online, but until we give you further explanation, you may see it to be very difficult, but it's not difficult. Please, online, share. Please share the link for me. God bless you. Okay, so you may be thinking, okay, what does this mean? Eh? We say that the thesis statement announces the central idea of the essay. It announces the central idea of the essay. Now, after saying everything about Ghana integrity initiative, giving your analysis on how corruption has impacted the country or how negative corruption has impacted the country. Now you go ahead and introduce your thesis statement. So the thesis statement tells you what you are going to write about. It tells you what, or it tells the reader what you are going to write about. So, okay, yes, what are corruption? What are Ghana Integrity Initiative? You're giving me the scope. Okay, you broaden your discussion to talk about how corruption affected the nation and beyond. So, what next? A day now is in the DNT So, mostly the thesis statement are the purpose for the essay. Let's see, they've already stated, please, I'm coming. They've already stated that write about the reasons why, write 4 reasons why we can ensure free and fair election in Ghana. Okay, write 4 measures that can be put in place to ensure free and fair election in Ghana. This is what the essay should focus on. You get it? So the thesis statement usually emanate or come from the topic that you have been given, but it tells you how you are going to write your essay. You get it? So even though they stated that right measures that can be what be put in place to ensure free and fair election in Ghana. So in your thesis statement, you go ahead and say that in this essay, the 4 ways in which we can ensure free and fair election in Ghana will be discussed or will be explored. And see, after reading your thesis statement, meaning say you are going to write about 4 ideas. That is all you want to talk about. You understand it? You are going to talk about 4 important ideas in your essay. I may decide not to give you the details, okay? But I can tell you that, I can go ahead and tell you that, I can go ahead and state the point for you that in this essay, okay, or in the subsequent paragraphs, ways in which we can ensure free and fair election, namely, I give transparent electoral commissioner, independent judiciary, enforcement of law, and how do you call it? And transparent ballot boxes. Okay, you see, the things I'm going to develop, I've stated the topic sentences that I am going to develop. And I've already told you that every topic sentence make up a full paragraph. So the moment I develop a topic sentence, it means I'm going to write a full paragraph. So the topic sentences are my points that I'm going to write in the essay. No, these are what? These are the things that come together to form my thesis statement. Yes. It's not always important to write, like what you say. Is it important to list the topic sentence in the under the thesis statement? No. Instead of me saying that I'm going to free and fair election, transparent, independent, or whatever, I'll go and say 4 measures. So already, himself make a cassava 4 measures without really stating the points. It's going to be 4. So you don't go and tell me you are going to write about 4 measures, and you write 2 for me, and I met you. And I'm going to give you, after this one, I'll try and give you an essay to try your hands on for me. And I'll be expecting some of these things. You write and do a practical work. Hey, sometimes when I look at the things I do for you guys, I cry. Me, when I was in school, academic writing, menu be important me say paragraph 1. Say, I did it. Me even start completeness in it, I'm exams, because I didn't get anybody to help me. So after everything, I'm saying, of course, I can sit up and learn this course. I sat down and realized that it's a big kid to be saying now. I struggled in even writing academic writing exams. Academic writing no, is going to be face to face. Monetary exams no, face to face, and they are going to test you. They are going to test you on the things you've learned. And to this year, this is not where they ask you to explain thesis statement and you explain. No, no. I'll give you the essay to write, but I'm expecting to see thesis statement. I'm expecting to see a paragraph. I'm expecting to see the various developmental or the kind of things you've been given. So it's the practical aspect of everything you've been given. Some of you that think the course is very easy. It's not very easy like that. Do you get it? The things that the things that you've been given already, they are going to test you on it. When I give you essay and I'm marking it, I'm not just marking just an essay for you. No, 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 no. I look at it as whether you have applied the writing skills. That is what the principle of paragraphing. Whether you've introduced a thesis statement, your supporting sentences, how did they look like? Do they really link with the topic you've given? Now, how did you write your concluding sentence? Did you only just give me one topic sentence and one concluding sentence? No, me, I won't take that. Maybe more half. Maybe more half. Yes. And how after writing, how did you make good use of your reporting verbs? How did you make good use of the transitions? If you are moving from paragraph 1 to paragraph 2, now from paragraph 1, now start here now paragraph 1, now giddy, 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 you write like that. No. To begin with, there are various ways in which we can ensure free and fair election. Some of these ways are, you get it. And I said, you already, that is what I said is the thesis statement rather. So now after stating the thesis statement, okay, then I come and say that to begin with, independent electoral commissioner is one of the ways we can ensure free and fair election in Ghana. Because the existence or the whenever there's what independent electoral commissioner, there will be trust in the electoral processes. So all the parties will collaborate with the electoral commissioner and will be willing to accept whatever verdict or whatever results that will come up. If there's no trust and they do not trust the electoral commissioner, what do you think it will happen? NDC appointed the electoral commissioner. NPP came. They said, we don't trust your electoral commissioner. Madam Charlotte said, go away. Let me bring Jane Mensah. Or there's no trust in the system. I believe the fact that you appointed him, you compromise. Now not it. So when there's what trust in the system, you get it. But despite the point I have, man, starting at me beginning point, I introduce a transition to begin with. Firstly, in the beginning, okay, I know that it is the first paragraph you're talking about. So when you're writing your paragraph, these things are very important and you don't joke with them. Now, after, okay. The thesis statement. Yes, it contains all of them. Every introduction you read, there should be a thesis statement in it. If you are not seeing some of these things, then it's not a proper academic essay. There should be a thesis statement. Some of them may state the points. Some may not state the points. Some will just summarize the things, the ideas that are being going to talk about. You see some of these, the lecture, even in classroom, both a lecture never no amount definition about atom. Or let me give you a concept that is very similar. I give you a concept like democracy. I explain democracy. Then I say that there are two types of democracy. They are, I don't you say they are. It is a statement. Because already when him said, or Baba Kanfa, two types of democracy, no. It is a statement. But in academic writing, you write it in a professional way. Only need to say how you used to write it before. We make it what? Very professional for people to see or people to know whatever you're writing about. So that is the thesis statement. It's just like you don't pay attention. So now when you are reading essays, you read with that eye. If you are reading a paragraph, you don't just read a paragraph. Try to locate the topic sentence. Because you'll be doing it when you are drawing the outline. Try to locate the topic sentence. Locate the supporting sentences. These things, every paragraph, be our kind from there. Look for these things. It will help you when you are drawing the outline. It will be very easy for you. But if you don't know how to locate the supporting sentences and these things it will be very difficult for you. So these are what the things that you need to know. And okay. Mm, mm, yeah. Usually, some of these slides and the things that you read, they are just not really, I can say, a full book. They are just a bulletin. So in most of them, you may not be able to see. It's not really a proper academic essay. Because no, at least the points need the amount definition, but there are some that really do that. You can find it in some things, not all. You get it? So always pay attention to the things that you are reading. Now you know what the thesis statement is about. You know what the topic sentence is about. So when you are reading, you look out for that. But when it comes to the slides now, slides media is quite difficult. But if it is a pure journal article, and I say a comprehension in some of these things, you should see them. You should be able to see them. And every paragraph, when you are talking about paragraph one, you are talking about not the introduction, where you began the discussion. You may know yet this outline. I'm going to say go to paragraph one. I'm not talking about the introduction. The paragraph one begins with where the ideas started, right? So let's now we know how we can write introduction. With the introduction, that is it. Who introduces the thesis statement in area? Now the ideas are going to follow. You say you are going to talk about the positive effect of colonization. Positive effect of colonization. So I'm expecting you to give me the points. In what way has colonization benefited Ghanaians? Eh? Okay, when these people colonized us, they built some schools, hospitals, and churches. So it brought about infrastructure development. Then he lays that point. Aside that, too, they um, introduced this kind of trading. Because our form of trading was just barter trading and stuff. So this form of trading also help in this way. You should be able to give some reasons or some points and justify them or probably explain them. That is the best way you can go about these things, and it is the best option. So with what we have done, if I tell you we are done with essay writing, you should believe me. Because when you said you develop a paragraph in the previous class, topic sentence, supporting sentence. So when you are developing a paragraph, the things you use to develop a paragraph is the topic sentence, supporting sentence, and concluding sentence. When you are developing an introduction, you use what? A background and thesis statement. Then after that, mostly the topic sentences, they are many. I can say a friend is saying so for developmental paragraph. The developmental paragraphs are the discussions that you make, the main discussion. Okay, after introducing the thesis statement, the ideas you discuss about, maybe put your paragraph one, you talk about the positive effect of colonization. You made mention of what, how the infrastructure development. Then you explain that and only what a developmental paragraph. After that, now we'll point to this actual. It's also another developmental paragraph. So in academic writing, when we're talking of developmental paragraph, we talk about the body paragraphs, not the introductory paragraphs. So that is it. Then when after you are done with this and you are done discussing the topic discussion, you are done with the topic by explaining all the points and everything, you write a conclusion. The conclusion, this is how you write it. You write the conclusion by saying that the points that you've stated, okay, let's say like they said you should write about 3 benefits of being a University of Ghana student. Then first of all, you say that you have access to the school's library. That is one benefit. 2, you have free access to healthcare, or you have access to free healthcare. It is also true. Or you don't know you have access to free healthcare. If you fall sick, just use your student ID card, go to the University of Ghana hospital, and you're free. And no matter where you don't know, I'm telling you, until you finish school, you do that. It's part of your school fees. So enjoy it. Yes, yes. So that is also a benefit that you get. The BAM library that you are here, Uber to Naba 24/7. Every facility you see here, you are part. As long as you're a student, regardless of your status, whether you are city or whatever, the facilities here, you qualify to enjoy them. Hmm? Aside that, too, aside the library and then the healthcare, you make what good friends. This is where you see your business partners, your boyfriends and girlfriends, okay, and also can benefit and I'm a boy. It is part of the benefit. So somebody comes to the university and meets his husband, or people know about him, the girlfriend, you get it. These are also what part of the benefit that you gain as a university. You also get good grade. So after listing all these points in the introduction, I'm expecting you to summarize the point. So you can say that there are so many benefits that you gain for being a University of Ghana student. This includes, then you list all the points. Or in the essay, the various benefits for being a University of Ghana student were discussed. These are what? Then you list all the points. That is paragraph 1. You spoke about free healthcare. Paragraph 2, you spoke about library, free library, access to library. And then the third one is what? Good friendship or business partners. Then after that, when you are done with listing all the points, then you give your view. What is your view on that? What is your view on the whole essay? So in this way, you can give an advice that you suggest that upon all these benefits, I suggest that anyone who wants to apply for or who is looking for a university to attend should come to the University of Ghana. I have what? Given an advice at the end of my conclusion, you get it? I can also give a suggestion. Now, upon all the benefits that University of Ghana students are getting, University of Ghana is the best university in Africa. You get it? Because you based on the benefit and the discussions that you've made. Now we're just one make it summarize the point, one make it a point. So mostly after summarizing the main point or the main idea, if the idea is complex, don't just only write the point. So try to summarize the point, the topic sentence, the developmental paragraph. Okay, when you take paragraph 1, you can talk about the topic sentence and then the supporting sentence by putting it in a brief way. You get it? And then you take paragraph 2, you talk about that one small. And it's not where you are going to conclusion. You don't talk about new ideas in conclusion, or I beg you. You don't. This is where you only talk about the things you've already spoken about. And I feel where that you go and say that you can't talk about UCC and other things I hear here. No, the things that you've already discussed. Introduction there, a couple 2 minutes ago, I should be able to write it. The main point in here, introduction in any way, no. Conclusion, introduction in any body, no. And when you're writing an essay, somebody will ask, how essay nankasa no? I will say, what should be the main, I can say, mature, the body, no? How many words should I use in writing the introduction? And how many words should I use in writing the body and conclusion? When writing, the body, the introduction shouldn't be more than 15%. It shouldn't be more than 15%. So if you are writing about, if the discussion is going to be 4 pages, if it's going to be 4 pages, the introduction should be half a page. Okay, the body should be 3 pages, and then the conclusion should be half a page, making 4 pages. So the introduction should be between 10 to 15% of the entire essay. 10 to 15. There are some of you, you can essay now, or petro introduction, no mama points, number 1. Now, watch 2 lines, 3 lines, and then conclusion. You only write, just use 1 page. Now they are the main discussion now is that is where their focus is. Now, introduction, we all made these mistakes when we were in the university. We made those mistakes. The mommy first page in the introduction. Make sure me ni be cry me the be mana on say yes intimate your body now membre. At the end of the day now crowd so mature 2 pages. I mature 3 pages. Now you find you get it. It's not how long you write, but how the sense it makes. When you try, and then the thinking now about your own nature say, even when writing plenty, you make more mistakes. The more you write, the more you make mistakes. So when you are writing, make sure you write quality things. And before you start the essay, make sure you draw an outline. The outline where the introduction, you know that, okay, introduction, this is the idea I'll talk. I'll pick Kwame Nkrumah's definition for this concept in doing my background. When it comes to the thesis statement, I'm going to talk about 4 causes of what? A coup d'etat in Africa. So the points, then you list all the points, point 1, point 2, point 3, then conclusion. So when you're done, all the points, go far. Then you now draw, like why I need to say sketch, who say, let me put something here for you to see. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so those that want to join. Okay, so this is it. I go by doing this. Intro. So under the intro, I have what? I have my background. When you are writing essay, you organize them like this. On the question paper now, wow. Even when you have 15 minutes, let's say factual, 15 minutes to finish, and you are following this, you can write fast. That's on planning essay, no. LFT and free writing, you write to some place, then you think ideas are not coming. Me, I make sure I put my ideas on the paper. Now I go and do the comprehension or another stuff, I know the essay there, you just set pass, set then now me follow guideline, now make me run it. So background, TV statement. Okay, so this is point 1. So 2, body paragraph. Paragraph 1. So under the body paragraph 1, there's going to be topic, sentence, supporting sentence,
Name a supporting sentence.
I'm also, meaning I am not here together. But if you want, okay, but most we need more idea about this, and I just put them together now, and how will be, and then you bring concluding sentence. Okay. I made these sentences because it shouldn't be one, and then two, body paragraph two. It should be the same thing. Three, body paragraph three. I'm going to talk about three ideas, and also the same thing. Now I come with concluding. Okay, so this is 3, 4, and 5. Concluding sentences. So this is where you give what? Brief. Wait, now my outline. No.
Yes.
This is what we call the outline. It will come in the exam. This is the format in writing an outline. Brief what? Summary. On all the points. When I talk about the points, I know the introduction is in part two, and the conclusion is, so I'm talking about the body paragraph. And if I only body paragraph. Your view, advice, or suggestion. Sometimes too, there could also be a rhetorical question. You say when you every essay you are going to be this will be the guy. Eti young man say, yasi yan tromfa kudita. Eti now my background of kudita no mafa. Eti at the back of yeah, the question I'm this is the first thing I do before I go and do the rest. No. So I'll write, okay, the person may be a kind term. So JJ's statement. I'm not saying say oh outline na you will. Make sure so person is natural in temperament. Now only timer. One person will spend time no comprehension also. One person will spend time no in the on the comprehension. This is what you do. So okay, so JJ statement. No background now beginning now them say oh go straight to JJ kind no. So then the thesis statement. That's a form effect of um, or effect of injustice. So I say it is how for effect in the injustice no. Basically, like for the first point is what? A death. Okay. The second point, that's also I say a death. The second point, so 4 points, sir. Four points, and I'm one of the points in here. So, 80. When you say other way, another topic. The second point today has to be another topic I will develop. Remember, another point in this one, let's say like it brings about that it brings about injustice also brings about mistrust. Mistrust. That's the second point. The third point. Okay, this is the third point. So the third point also here. I'm a kafa. What you are giving a point? Civil war. That's the third point. Civil war. Strong. 80 points now, maybe I no maka se metro 4 points. You let me in 3 points. So already 3 points no maka death, maka mistrust, maka civil war. And all of them are taking different paragraphs. It's now, it is hard death, the person is expanding the feather, cry. Let's have Banu about expanding or into death, how does civil war affect a cause death? How does civil war, how does injustice causes what? Death. Because we are there in the system, Nipana and feel say you treated him well. The person may end up attacking you. So no matter attack, personal attack. It's a supporting sentence. You understand it? Personal attack. Now, apart from personal attack, in what way does death, injustice equals death? So be attack you did you a bit mama maybe a personal injustice equals death. Yes. Okay. So personal attack. Okay, we talk about suicide. 80. If I decide not to develop this topic, no year, me na me 15 minutes. Tell me intro. I'm going to be sisu. Now me did we here. Hala. Over bones, mama me. Me fat therefore. Let's play in a way I be far away. Now me am back another idea because sometimes you know no free writing now. I know you lack ideas. I did be about dream ya now no basa. But some moment we need the honest guide. No sir, we stand up point. Then what about another point? Mistrust. In what way? Okay, in what way does uh, injustice causes mistrust? Oh yeah, lawyer. And then the one system also say, who you pervert justice, people will not trust you. Okay, so maybe maybe loss of dignity. So alright, loss of what? Dignity. But obian you then embu bio. Obian embu. Aside that, in what way does you kind of saying in what way does injustice causes mistrust? Aside the respect that you lose, what else? Do you know, say, now you see the point I'm developing, there is some kind of what unity in the ideas I'm developing. Oh, because I ask question, how does the minor affect the major supporting? How does the minor the supporting sentences affect the topic sentence? So, Abrebi, I want to say that this is my topic sentence. My topic sentence here there. If you put as a ban saying, and a way, every affecting way. If you see, said mostly, the topic sentences, supporting sentences explaining topic sentence. Do you understand it? Supporting sentences, I don't know. I didn't hear friend supporting. They say me what I say. Akonya we ebi a ebebu. So what's me then? Me kita ni mo say. Me jaya ebe then. Ebe chat talking to supporting sentence. The work it does, they say it always try to explain it. That is how they wrote it. It's like an egg. Topic sentence, it's like an egg. So this is what? The topic sentence. Under the topic sentence, you should have what? This is what? This is the shell, is the topic sentence. This is the shell. After the shell, there was a white rain or honor. Okay? And then the supporting sentence. Supporting sentence. That's it. Then after that, there's a yoke. Okay, what the elephant said, there's a yoke and only what? The shell. I am you know. But it's a if you want to break this idea, if you want to understand what the topic sentence is, you need to what? You need to actually what? Break the egg. If you want to know how egg tastes, you need to take the shell out and what? And eat the main egg, and that will make you understand, feel it. So it's all I'm trying to say is that Okotro say egg no mu nyina mo bom. Okay, baako try explain baako. Enti say Okotro bibi na say empeni enka kosua no ho a by tautology. To the ideas you are talking about, if it is not really talking about ade efa kosua ho a, it is out of context. So that is how the ideas are, or the topic sentences. And now this is what the pure outline. In an exam, they will give you this. Among country, among format in amount. Format in a medical the amount. But most of you, like I said, exam times, most of my serious. Many few, many obia, may stubborn, who is this person is really what making an effort. So I also do my best to help. Sometimes we gonna be sometimes maybe and I'll be this massa. What master mama I think should be doing in the exams. Adam also because in the exam before in our next class, I'll try and meet you like 2 times before the exams. In our next class, me a bit sure if you can be fast for editing essay. Can be fast so I am referencing. Now essay everything that we've done, I'm going to give you the practical aspect. But the amount essay now I watch. So in this case, do you know what I will do? I'll find time and over sure I'll call you, we all go to. I'm doing this because you are here. If I'm not here, I don't know you. Simple as that. Those that are online, maybe also. So that is it. But this is the point. The lady that just came, okay, those that came later, and for you, dear, if you need some clarification on these things, you can call on me and I'll explain. Okay, so okay, the name. Come again. So what you do is that I may forget that I asked you that I will be helping. You realize I'm not minding you. Or you've also been testing and I'm not picking up your call. Okay, don't worry. I'll try and recognize all of you one after the other. I'll recognize all of you one after the other. So don't worry, with time I'll recognize all of you. And that is how it's going to. So the extra this is like the outline. It's Oma of producing statement to background now. Then you follow. You continue to write. Into exams, now you can pick exams paper. Now from after our next class, it is about past questions. Now yes, so be until exams time, no could do only the obey natural. It's not about say changing to be you. Just be yourself. Eh? And no matter na actual na fa bibi kakra ka ho. You feel that ko na control something very great and how to normal be nice ayisa you get it. It takes time. So when you are writing, after what you see this statement na the next paragraph, you say firstly. If you want to move to another paragraph again, you say secondly. If you don't want to continue with firstly, secondly, thirdly, that is the transition. Then you go with what? Firstly, In addition, furthermore, moreover, okay, these are what we call what, transitional verbs. Put the or right in one. And nice. The use of reporting verbs. According to Praise 2022, with, with regards to the statement that Praise made on Makoti in a way of what? Presenting someone's idea. Or Praise argued that, Praise reiterated that, Praise stated that, Praise postulated that, Praise actually what? Like it depends on, there are so many reporting verbs also let's say what they are when you are writing and you are moving from a paragraph 1 to paragraph 2 you don't just gidi na and entering someone's room without really telling the person something about them more. It doesn't, I say you don't know what you're doing, you get the point. You don't really know what you're doing. It's when you are going, before you enter into someone's room, no, at least give a knock, and the knock is a transition. Call. I say, who is this? I say, oh, it's me, Akosia. It's me, listen, it's me, Mary. It's me, Prince. It's me, Christine, right? It's me, Abigail. It's me, no, Felicia. Okay, I now see. It's me. Pardon? To my up. Okay, it's up. I get it. I don't want to make mistake. Okay, so the name. Pardon? What? Christian. Okay. It's me, Christian. It's the transition is a way of knocking. Oh, when you find oh, it's me this, it's me that. Then you move from a paragraph to another one. Then when when you are making some kind of analysis, there are some words that you, however, okay, these things I'll add it, I'll send it to you. So I'll try and send some of these things. However, there are some of these words I also what they can't wear anymore. And money is so nice. They are the right or the qualified expression. So they make your thing so nice. So that's all right, Basically, these are the things. And if you don't really know, understand the in your thesis statement, you can make it simple, concise, by saying in this essay, the ways we can ensure free and fair election will be what? Will be discussed or will be explored. Or this essay will talk more about the three major challenges that is what? Making Ghana a corrupt country. So if you introduce a thesis statement without really mentioning the point, but that 3 hour can a point. It's just a way of saying the points now. So if I want to say Ghana has had election in 2000 and Ghana has had 8 democratic election in the year 2000 and 2000 2006 2020 2000 2006 2000 and is this 10 did we have no 2008 2012 2016 and if, instead of me mentioning all the points I say Ghana has had 5 democratic elections. It's our 5 now. If you want to know that 5 now really the next the paragraphs no it's up 5 points you will see it. You will see the points I was talking about. You get it. So there are ways you can make it, there are ways you can make it simple, probably like that. So take this advantage and do that work for me. Please. If we didn't do it, you didn't. No, the essay. I said, write 3 ways in say what? Write 3 ways in which you can ensure free and fair election in Ghana. It is an essay. So this is for all of you here. Please try your hands on this question. Write 3 measures that should be put in place to ensure free and fair election. Those of you online, if you want to participate in it, I will give you a link under the video, the comment section, right? So you write and send it to me. I'll review it for you. So I'll make it in such a way that you can drop your number. So in case there's anything, I'll call you. But I only know it is 6 of you that are live now. Me, I said write what? Says, write 3 ways in which we can ensure free and fair election in Ghana. A full essay. I'm expecting introduction, 3 body paragraphs, and 1 conclusion. So you have to develop 5 paragraphs based on this. So please, if you are online and you want to participate in this work, please drop your name. If I drop the link there and I didn't see the name here, I won't do. Somebody says that please we need a full video on how to write essay for UGRC 110, please. Okay, and this is the full video that we are doing. Oh, okay, mighty man, thank you for the compliment, mighty man. If I am doing it, I almost say, what do you think in akate? All the videos I do with my phone. So if you are wondering if I'm not recording videos this time, that's why I use my laptop in doing these things. Oh yeah, could do baby no now I cut it will, so you need to cut the videos into pieces. In editing it, it can take you like some minutes. So now that's why I'm not doing it. It fell down. You see the screen yourself here. And because of that, oh yeah, let me close it so you see. Have you seen the screen yourself? It's not intentional. So I'm seeing a video this time around. So, but there has been some videos before on the essay, right? But it is not a full essay. The okay, please. Um, those of let me quickly take you through how to write an essay. Is that okay for you? Just 3 minutes, right? Let me take you through how to write an essay. If you are here, I am finishing essay writing fast. Let's finish the essay writing fast. Okay, so we are going to look at how we can write an essay. How we can write an essay. So this is what um, that's topic. We are on session what? Session six. Session 6, how we can write an essay. So, okay, so now this topic, it says that suggest measures, suggest 3 measures that should be put in place to ensure peaceful election in Ghana. So this is what the topic. So here, look at how the look at how the discussion is going to be. So you follow the guideline in writing your own like that. So here it says that um, the introduction should have a thesis statement which mentions 3 what? The introduction should have 3 what? It should have a thesis statement which mentions 3 measures. Do you get it? It should have what? It should mention 3 measures. Also, alternatively, the thesis statement could announce the 3 measures will be discussed in the essay. The introduction, the introduction should use a method that is suitable for the topic. So when you are using your introduction, use a method or measure that is suitable for your topic. Now you get it. So this is where you use a very good background or probably something that is suitable for the topic. Because you are going to write the measures that we put in place to ensure peaceful. Can I call you in the next 5 minutes? Okay, okay. So I'll call you back. Introduction, I'm giving you how things you should write about. Okay, let's look at the body. In the body, the topic. Okay, so the essay body. For such a topic, ideally the essay body should be made up of 3 developmental or body paragraphs. I told you the discussions that you have are the developmental paragraph or body paragraph. So it means that you're going to have 3 body paragraphs in the essay I've asked you to write. Also, each of the developmental paragraphs should discuss one measure, measures to ensure free and fair elections. So the paragraph that will be developing each paragraph should talk about one measure. So you don't put one paragraph together and discuss what two measures in one paragraph. So every paragraph you take should discuss what one measure. Also, each developmental paragraph should begin with a topic sentence which focuses on a particular measure. Okay, so each developmental paragraph should begin with a topic sentence. So when you are beginning, every paragraph you begin should have a topic sentence. So if you say the measures, what are the measures that you put in place to ensure peaceful election in Ghana? So you look for one measure. So the first point, uh, women should stop going to school is one of the measures that should be. You think I should say something that you'll be copying me the No, I won't say. So please do the research. Women should stop going to school. When women stop going to school, there will be free and fair election in Ghana, right? That is the point. Men should stop the second point. Men should stop beating their wife. When they stop beating their wife, there will be free and fair election in Ghana, right? So that is, and then the third point too, it says that University of Ghana is the best university in Ghana. So you see, I've stated three different topic sentence, and these topic sentence I need to break them into pieces, add topic sentences and concluding supporting sentences and concluding sentences to make what three developmental paragraphs. You get it? Now it says that each developmental paragraph should have enough details to develop the controlling idea. So please, I'm expecting your supporting sentences to be no less than three. It shouldn't be less than three supporting sentences. If you are going to write about supporting sentence, write no less than three. Tiwuchro about why women should stop going to school, and if women stop going to school, it will ensure peaceful election in Ghana. Give me three supporting sentences. Because Amma went to school. So this is where you now say Amma went to school and there was violence. Akosia also sent her daughter to school and it created some kind of violence. Hmm? Yamansan also decided to go to school and there was violence. So women should stop going to school. You get it? I've given you supporting sentences, my mom reasons why women should stop going to school. You get it? So at the end of the day, if they are supporting sentence, so supporting sentences generally means they explain the what? They explain the topic sentence or they give an analysis, give example. It could be in a form of example, okay, about the whole topic. And then, um, okay, this one is. So my time is up. So let me finish up. So the last one, that is the conclusion. So it means that one thing you should ensure is that the last thing is that each developmental paragraph should be unified, complete, and coherent. So this is where you ensure apply the principle of paragraphing. That's completeness. The idea should be it should be full, and that details here will make sure that you have enough details. Coherence. That's where you apply these words. That's the transitional verbs, the reporting verbs, okay, and also make sure that you use the proper punctuations, okay, spellings to ensure there's no spelling mistakes. And then the conclusion. In the conclusion is where what the conclusion may include what a summary of the three paragraphs. I'm expecting you to write the conclusion this way. Summary of the three paragraphs that has been discussed, okay? After summarizing the three paragraphs, then you conclude the conclusion should not contain a new idea or topic. And lastly, the concluding paragraph should give the essay a sense of closure. So after everything, you give it a sense of closure by saying that, but that's where you give a suggestion or an advice with the idea. So we are done with the essay. So please, I'll drop the link. Those of you who are following us, I'll send you the link, then you do it for me. But please, like I said, I want to see your name and then so I can give you the word to do. God bless you all for your time. Thank you. Please one question. You all get it. But there was a video I released on this earlier, so if something is baffling your mind, you can. But I want to give a priority to a sister who came late. Okay, so with you, if you have problem, please contact me, and you just tell me that you are the one who told me that. Pardon? The online people are following you. Just almost attack me.